Hey everyone, it's DeEviL with another review of the game. Hopefully this is the last of reviews I'm doing like this. All other reviews are going to be done directly on the stream once the game is actually completed, so immediately once the experience is fresh. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about XCOM 2 today. Ever since I've actually been introduced to the XCOM series back in 1994, 5, 6, I'm not sure. I know that original UFO Enemy Unknown came to gaming consoles like in 94. I was pretty quick to pick it up, and I think I did like 10, 12 maybe full 100% playthroughs of the game. This is how much I enjoyed it, and this made me love the XCOM series really a lot, with several sequels and then remakes in the last years. So XCOM 2, in my opinion, is a very well executed turn-based strategy game, which is not too long. Personally, I'm a completionist and I did 100% playthrough, and it took me around 39 hours to actually complete the game based on the Steam time counter. So it's actually a lot when you think about it, but I pretty much enjoyed the 39 hours of the game I've played. I probably could have done it at least surely less than under 25 hours, but I wanted to actually do everything that can be done in the game. The game is fairly simple to pick up. It is not that hard to. It's pretty much sit and play. You don't need some previous knowledge on the game to actually emerge into it. So you have several classes of operatives which you take into the mission, and in most of the missions you either need to get to the point of interest or to destroy something or maybe fetch some data, and in most missions you need to slaughter all aliens that are trying to prevent you from achieving your task. The execution of this is pretty well. The unique classes, there's only 4 of them, so it's Sniper, Grenadier, Ranger and Specialist. Each class has its own pros and cons, and in my opinion all classes are really well designed. I'm happy with only 4 classes because each class brings something new to the table and provides interesting options to be played. I'm not going to go through all of them, but all classes have some specifics. So I really much enjoyed Ranger being able to do consecutive slashes with its sword and kill multiple enemies like that, or Sniper shooting from the roof from far away and killing several enemies in the move, because you get the perk to shoot another guy after you shoot the first one, if you opt to do it, of course. Grenadier with its great firepower and AoE damage, area of effect damage on multiple enemies and destroying armor on some enemies. And finally Specialist, which can utilize the little drone that can zap enemies, hack terminals, hack even enemy droids to stun them, control them, etc. So each class was pretty well designed, and you have some nice choices during the upgrade and level up of the class to pick up different skills and abilities. So classes were well designed, and I really like it. And each of them has its specific usage. You can lead a squad from 4 to 6 persons, depending if you decide to buy upgrade for one and then the other class member to be available during all missions. The improvement from the previous XCOM, that was actually first remake, is that you do not build a base, you build your big Avengers or your big ship, and the actual placement of your buildings is not that important this time, so you can save yourself some time and not waste your time on looking for what needs to be placed where, and just place your buildings where you feel is right. The game is pretty well designed. It's not too long. I'm missing sort of missing a grand feeling that there is actually a great oppression of aliens over humanity. There is, and you are. The story is that you actually have only a resistance that's trying to fight off the aliens that pretty much control the world. But the game atmosphere was not that good for me. I did not get that vibe and feeling that the aliens are terrorizing the humanity. At least the feeling in actual original UFO Enemy Unknown and the actual spin-off, not spin-off, but a remake of the XCOM. The feeling was much better of that alien oppression and the war with the aliens. I did not get the vibe this time. And the project that aliens are doing to actually conquer the humanity in total is also not that well told. The story is not that well told. The story is, in my opinion, pretty much mediocre. I did not enjoy it that much, but the game is not revolving around the story. Actually, the game is focused on the actual strategy and fighting off the enemies and completing the missions, and I believe this part is well executed. There is not much I would like to add about XCOM 2. I believe it's pretty solid game. It offers quality experience. It did not disappoint. It had, in my opinion, it had pretty big shoes to fill in because I've loved XCOM series for more than 20 years now, and it fit the shoes well. It did not grow out of them, which I've hoped it actually will, but it did not. And it's pretty much solid game. I would give it like 80 out of 100 rating. So this is pretty good, and I would recommend it to all turn-based strategists out there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for attending. DeEviL out.